Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to tell you some important things you need to know before coming to the Big Easy, New Orleans. So we tried so hard to record this video while we were there, but the hustle and bustle and the noise of the city was so loud that we had to wait till we got home. So now we're in a quiet place and we're trying to let you guys in on some good stuff. So we're going to first start off with beignets. We tried beignets from Cafe Beignet and Cafe du Monde. The only difference is Cafe du Monde is crazy busy, like throughout the entire day. Lines are like ridiculous no matter where you go. We went to 3 different locations, one at the airport, one at the mall, and one the main location. Yeah, the original location. The original location had ridiculous lines. But so they both serve something called Cafe Aulait. I don't know how to pronounce it. Aulait. But it's like frozen coffee cappuccino thing. It's really good. They both serve it. But the beignets, I would say the Cafe Beignet is a little bit bigger, a little bit fluffier, and Cafe du Monde's a little bit smaller. And they both have delicious recipes. They are both delicious. You got to try both of them. So,
next thing is it is very, very hot in Louisiana.
Yes.
We don't know if it's just New Orleans, but the heat is very humid.
You get little to no breeze. Being cute, dressing up cute, wearing makeup and stuff should be the last on your list. Everything is going to melt away in a few seconds. I was literally drowning in sweat. Like, it was disgusting. I've never sweated so much in my life, but you don't really get much of a breeze.
Next, New Orleans is the #1 place to get pickpocket.
Yeah.
Graciously, it didn't happen to us, but we left on Thursday, and we left Thursday night. Starting like Wednesday night into Thursday, you start seeing the crowd start picking up. So it's probably more likely to happen on the weekend. So they say if you're a man and you have a wallet, either keep it in your front pocket, or if you're with a significant other, or if you do man bags, then put it in that, or give it to your wife to put it in her purse.
And second to that, the panhandlers, we don't have it on our list, but are ridiculous. There's panhandlers everywhere. There's homeless people everywhere. So kind of be aware of that too. They're also asking for change every corner you turn.
But they're not so aggressive. They'll ask.
Some aren't aggressive, but yeah. Yeah, but they're out there too. So got to be careful for that too.
A couple food spots if you're looking for good food. Willie Mae's Scotch House is one of the #1 attractions. They have very, very good fried chicken.
Oh, it was delicious. I'm still thinking about it.
If you decide to go, try and get there early, just because they open at 11 and they're only open until 3 o'clock, and it gets pretty packed.
Yeah. They sell out of sides and stuff, but they
never run out.
Yeah, they never run out of chicken. That's what they told us. So yeah, they close at 3 though. So you got to get there early, and the lines are ridiculous. That's really good. And everything else is kind of like the same thing. The Cajun Creole food. It's like the gumbo, the jambalaya. Everyone has their own different recipes. I wasn't too crazy for any of them, so I don't have anywhere specific to tell you. We wanted to try Dizzy's Cafe, but we didn't get to go there, so maybe I would have liked it there. And so, yeah, well, next up, the Creole versus Cajun is something important to know before going down there as well. Creole and Cajun is kind of just the real definition, if you look it up, is I think Cajun is people from European descent, Caucasian, and the Creole is mixed with Spain or anything different than Caucasian. But when you're referring to food, Creole uses tomatoes in their, lots of tomatoes in their bases. Cajun doesn't use any, and they use lots of seasoning. So there are things they usually, their main thing is like they use a lot of spices to hide the, I guess, the swampy taste in their food, like the gator and things like that. So, and we also tried gator while there. You should just try that as well. It's not my cup of tea. He enjoyed it, but he said he probably wished he would have tried it fried. We had it grilled. And also another staple that's really important to eat there is the broiled oysters. So they're broiled on the half shell, and they have like garlic, Parmesan seasonings on top with like butter. Really good. Also, another thing New Orleans is really good for, I have to say this, but it's like all of their biscuits and like cornbread on top have this like honey butter. It's amazing. Like Willie Mae's Chicken has good cornbread, and Willie's Chicken Spot has like this honey butter biscuit. So good.
Along with food, you'll just be eating a lot of seafood. Every spot is basically a seafood house. So if you're lots of seafood. If you're not into seafood,
it's not really the place for you.
Yeah, because
they don't really have like steaks, chicken, and stuff like that.
They do, but
it's rare
and it's scarce. So yeah. I would be,
and no one's eating it there.
Yeah.
Like no one's eating it at all. So next to that, we'd like to talk about the grenades and hurricanes, the drinks. I thought that the grenades were disgusting. I think that they were nasty. And the hurricanes was nasty as well. You're better off just going to the bar and asking for like your
whatever
your drink. Yeah, that's because they're mixing all types of Bacardi. What is it?
151.
151. Like I think that's illegal in where we live at. So yeah, it's just they're strong, but they don't really taste that good. They taste like chemically. I don't know. It's not that good.
They also have,
but you will still probably get one because everyone around you is going to have one. They're like $10.
They also have an open liquor law, so
yeah, you're allowed to walk around freely with anything that you're drinking, whether it's anything. You see a lot of drunk people as well. So because of that law, a lot of things are going crazy in haywire.
It's not the best place for kids.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. We see lots of kids, in the area, and we're just like on bourbon at like 1 a.m. with like drunk people, homeless people, just like touching them and like, like, oh, your kid is so cute and stuff. Like I just would never take my kids there. It's taking kids on ghost tours. Like we were seeing all types of stuff. There's lots of ghost tours as well. That's one of the attractions that they have. New Orleans is haunted as crap. There's so many things that you can see, interact with. There's voodoo shops. And there's also, I was going to say with...
on the ghost tours, the cemeteries
the cemeteries are closed as of right now because there was lots of vandalism going on with the tombs and things like that during COVID. Nobody knows why they were doing those things, but yeah, no one's allowed in. The people that are giving tours, they're stopping at like the gates and things like that.
There's also, as far as attractions go, there's something called the French Market, which is kind of like a farmer's market.
A local shop where people are like, local vendors.
A lot of people, you should check that out. It's right, it's like in the French Quarter. It's not too far though. You can type in French Market, it'll take you there.
Kind of right by Cafe Du Monde. If you go to Cafe Du Monde, it's a little bit walk further. Or maybe you can catch a
Uber,
$4 Uber. Yeah, it's right there. But we walked a lot. We walked from the French Market back to our hotel, right?
Yeah. Much.
Well, actually, we walked from the French Market all the way to Louis Armstrong Park. And then we saw Congo Square, which is also a really great attraction that you guys should check out. Congo Square is a place where... It's a landmark. It's a historic landmark where lots of slaves who were into music, like to play instruments, drums, and it was just a place where they met up
for entertainment purposes.
And a place where they could gather on Sundays. They would like, you know, history says that they would all get best dressed up, dressed really nice.
Put your Sunday's best on.
Yep. And head on down to Congo Square, and that's where they were allowed to like hang out with other slaves and stuff like that.
So now it's a landmark, so you should check it out. It's pretty peaceful. And
People are playing like jazz in the park and stuff. It's really
so, well, that's it for us. So make sure you like, subscribe to our channel, and check out the other videos of places to eat and things to see in New Orleans.
Enjoy.